Hey y'all, what's up? It's Caitlin and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to mention if the lighting is looking a little weird today, it is because while my sister was over to film our video, she broke my blinds. Hi sissy, why'd you break my blinds? Yes, she broke my blinds, but it was kind of a mutual thing. We were both looking out the window making fun of my husband because he doesn't know how to back up and park my truck. But she's the one that broke them, so... Just kidding, sissy, you know I love you. But that is going to be the explanation if the lighting is looking a little off. Looking at the monitor right now, it is a little bright, but that always looks different than what it does on screen. But today we are going to be filming my August hits and misses. I have already told y'all this is one of my favorite videos to film. Looking at my desk, we do not have a lot of makeup products today to talk about. But I have some skincare, I have some hair care. We're going to play around a little bit, but this is going to be an interesting one to see that I don't have a lot of makeup to talk about. Despite not having a lot of makeup to talk about, I really hope you stick around. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. And when you subscribe, hit the post notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a brand new video. So without further ado, let's get started. So jumping into hair care, I have been loving this Renpure Advanced Extra Strength Tea Tree and Lemon Sage Refreshing Moisture Shampoo. Y'all do not know how many takes I just did to say refreshing. This is a tongue twister. So if y'all have been watching me since my very first hits and misses, I mentioned the Renpure Advanced Coconut Mist Leave-In Treatment, and I still use that to this day. It is one of my favorite products. But the reason I got this is because I got my hair cut for the first time in, God, years, because it was so damaged at the end. And while I was there, the hairstylist mentioned I have a dry scalp, which I kind of already figured I did because sometimes my scalp is just so itchy, and I have really bad genetics. My dad had really bad dry scalp, so bad he had to have like medical shampoo. Hope I don't get to that level. But while I was there, she used a different tea tree shampoo, and it was so amazing. Tea tree has like a really cooling effect, so it's literally cold on your scalp and it feels great. It's really good for your scalp. So when I was there, the one she suggested was just way too expensive. This big thing is from Walmart, and I believe this was only $6 maybe. And I got the conditioner as well. $12 for 2 containers I am willing to put up. I mean, this is the size of my head. This is ginormo. But this has been amazing for my head. I will just really rub it into my scalp, and I haven't been itchy. I haven't noticed any kind of like, let's be honest, I haven't noticed any flakes. Not to say I'm flaky. I don't want people to be like, oh, she's flaky. I'm not flaky. But it has just done wonders for my scalp. I can already feel a difference. I've been on this maybe a little over a month, and it's good. I do want to mention, if you want to go try this out, go to your local Walmart, and in the shampoo section, I don't know if it's different for you, but at my store, it's at the very bottom shelf. Some people don't look at the very bottom. It is like at the very bottom shelf, so keep an eye out. But these are really good. They have many different kinds, but for dry scalp and for more moisture, this is the one to get. I'm going to move over to body before I go into actual skincare. So I want to talk about shaving. So I have not met another woman in my life who is so excited about shaving, who loves shaving. I hate shaving. I hate shaving. I still shave, don't get me wrong, but I hate shaving. So I decided to try out Nair. I used to use Nair in high school. I don't think I was really that good at it because I just didn't think it worked for my skin. But this is amazing. So this is the Nair Hair Remover Cream. It says Nourish Shower Power, works while you shower. I don't use this in the shower. I will do this separate in my bathtub just so I can be really thorough. The reason I decided to try out Nair is because I have really thick, coarse body hair. And no matter what razor, what shaving cream, I've tried out so many, I always get ingrown hairs and like that nasty stubble. And that's just not attractive. So when I saw that this is max effective even on coarse hair, and it has argan oil, smooth skin, lasts days longer than shaving, y'all, packaging sells me. I will just say that right now. But the big selling point for me was max effective even on coarse hair. So that is really what made me try it. And my first go around with this, I applied it and I left it on for about 10 minutes, washed it off, and my legs were amazing. And I was really surprised because I honestly didn't think it would work, but it did. And when it says it lasts days longer than shaving, it's true. This really lasted me maybe about a week and a half, and that's without getting any kind of stubble, no ingrown hairs. I have not had any ingrown hairs. So in that case, this is my best friend. So when that worked, I decided to go a step further and try out the Nair Hair Remover Bikini Cream. Yes, this is for your lady parts. Let's just get that out of the way right now. But this is the sensitive formula. It avoids ingrown hairs, nicks, cuts, bumps, and razors, works on delicate areas, and long-lasting results. And this one is with green tea. This works just as good as the leg one. It leaves my area so smooth, no ingrown hairs, and that is what really sold me. No ingrown hairs, no rashes, so I'm here for Nair. The only thing I will say, if you have never used Nair, it has a really nasty smell when it is applied. When it's applied, it has to sit there. It is not the greatest smell. I wish there was something they could do about the smell, but it probably has something to do with the process, but it's not an attractive smell. So if you try this out and you're scared because of how it's smelling, that is how it's supposed to be. Let's move on to skincare because I'm so excited. I'm going to mention this first before I go to what I'm really excited for. So this is the e.l.f. Illuminating Eye Cream. So I got this from Walmart. Since turning 25, my under eyes have become so dry. And of course we all know that your skin changes as you get older. Of course I didn't expect that to happen at 25 years old, but it did, and my under eyes get severely dry to where like that is more of a reason why my makeup cakes up right below where my eyes meet my cheek. So I will apply this at nighttime in my nighttime skincare routine, and this has so much product. So it comes with one of these replaceable lids, which I love. And I technically haven't even dipped into the pot yet. When I lift the lid, I will just take the excess off of here. And just for example, that's all I take. This isn't even the size of a dime, y'all. This is all I will take, and I will rub my fingers together and pat it on my under eyes. And once that's pretty much blended in, I will also apply it on my lids. I love skincare, but as we all know, it can be super expensive, and I love that e.l.f. has been developing skincare and putting products out because this is an amazing eye cream. Okay, so this I am really excited for, and this is actually going to be my favorite hits of the month. So Biore came out with a new collection, the Witch Hazel collection. This stuff is amazing. I have totally switched from my Clean and Clear Lemon collection. So Witch Hazel is very, very cooling, pretty much like tea tree, but this feels amazing on the skin. So this is the Biore Witch Hazel Pore Clarifying Cooling Cleanser. It's oil-free, which is really important to me. It deep cleans, clarifies, and refines pores. I'll tell y'all straight up, I do not believe skincare works unless I can actually feel it working, and that is what these products do to me. This Witch Hazel is just so deeply penetrating to where you can feel it doing something to your skin, which I thoroughly enjoy. I know some people might not like that sensation, but I do. One of the most intense products in this collection is going to be the Biore Witch Hazel Pore Clarifying Toner. Now when I say I don't believe something works unless I can feel it, I know this works because boy can I feel it. This is ultra cooling, and I talked about this in the video I posted I believe before this. That was kind of like a nighttime to get unready with me. I talked about that in this where it's really, really cooling, almost to the point where you wonder if it's a burning sensation, but it's not. It is just a ultra cooling, deeply penetrating product. So I have been using the Biore Witch Hazel collection for a little over a month now, and it has been amazing. And in my opinion, I truly saw results after my very first use, which I know is hard to believe because people say, oh, you can't see a difference until like 2 to 4 weeks or 3 to 6 weeks. Me, I saw a difference in my pores, in my blackheads from the first use. And the first thing I saw in this collection before I knew there was a cleanser and a toner was this Biore Witch Hazel Ultra Deep Cleansing Pore Strips. So I have always used Biore pore strips. They have always been a step in my skincare. I used to always use the charcoal ones until these caught my eye. And the only reason they really caught my eye is because it says removes 2 times more deep pore clogs. Y'all, I have some deep pores. My pores are large. And this is really taking care of them for me. So in here you get 8 strips, and they look like this, and I'm just realizing this is my only one left. So they look like this, and what you'll do is you will just tear it open and the strip is inside. And you just wet your nose, apply the strip, and I leave it on there for about 10 minutes. Yeah, I leave them on there for about 10 minutes, and after they get stiff, that's when you want to rip them off, and you can just see everything they have taken out of your nose, the gunk. It's nasty. So that Witch Hazel collection will be my morning and my nighttime skincare routine. Alright, so before we get into makeup, I want to mention a really random thing that I have been loving, and it is the Zevia sodas. So just a little information on me. I cannot go on a diet, and that is because in high school I really struggled with eating, and diets just really mess with my head. They get my anxiety up. So I just like to make better decisions where I can. And that means soda, because obviously soda is not good for you. But one of my biggest cravings is just a nice big Coke. I love Coke, but obviously it's not good for you. And I was watching Juicy Jazz, of course. I was watching Juicy Jazz and she mentioned the Zevia sodas, and I believe in the vlog I'm thinking about, or I think it was a video of what she eats in a day, she was drinking the grape one, and she said that, oh, she had to get used to it, it wasn't amazing. I have loved these from the start. I have tried every single flavor. They don't just have Coke. This is the Coke one. I've been drinking it on and off right now. But they have Coke, they have their version of Dr. Pepper, they have cream soda, they have cherry Coke, they have ginger ale. Ginger ale is one of my favorites too. They even have a caffeine-free Coke. So it's really, really good. In my opinion, let's just see. In my opinion, it tastes the same as a Coke. Maybe almost like when it's losing its carbonation, it kind of has like a, not a weird taste, but you can tell it's losing its carbonation. That's what I would compare this to. But these are just really, really good. I love these. So I get mine from H-E-B in the soda section. I believe it's a 6-pack for $2.98 maybe. $2, $2.98, or $3. It's one of those. But it is amazing. I've gotten my husband on it. We have no more soda in the house. So I love that stuff. I honestly actually need another one. Hey, can you brew me a cream soda Zevia? Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Barely noticeable.
Get out. Ginger ale, one of my favorites. Okay, so that is all the skincare, the randoms, the hair care, so we can officially move on to makeup. Okay, so like I said, we don't have a lot of makeup to go through, but I want to start off with primer like usual, and the first thing I'm going to pick up is by Pixi. This is the Glow Mist with Propolis and Argan Oil. So I got this in my July Ipsy bag, and I'm not sure why I didn't talk about it in July to begin with, because this stuff is really good. For me, in my opinion, I will say it doesn't really do anything for my pores, but it really makes me feel hydrated, and if I'm using a really matte foundation, I like to go in with Luminous products underneath it, just to give that natural luminosity to go through. And that is what this does for me. I will say the smell is not exactly something to be desired. It just has like, it almost smells like on the verge of citronella. It's not something I don't mind, but it's not something I would like reach for. But this is also really good for setting your face if you want a nice glow after. So like, and I love the spritzer on it. Oh, it's also a really good refresher for your makeup. So I have packed this like in my backpack, in my purse, in my makeup bag, and I will use this to refresh my face throughout the day, because that is kind of a necessity right now in Texas until we finally move into cool fall weather. In the meantime, it's 98, 100 degrees here, and this is necessary. So speaking of luminosity, another primer I've been loving is by e.l.f. This is the Luminous Matte Makeup Primer. So what really intrigued me about this product is luminous and matte in the same sentence. And first of all, can we talk about the packaging? This is just gorgeous. So you take the top off and it is just a squeezy tube. Now I will say that this has a slight sunscreen smell, but I'm not really opposed to smells. I don't really judge things by smells. Just like the Pixi smells like citronella, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna knock it. But yeah, this does have a slight sunscreen smell, but this does do something to my pores. I'm not exactly sure what it is, because when you first apply it, you won't really see a difference. I will straight up say that. For me personally, I don't really see a difference when I first apply it. I'm like, okay, my face looks the same. But once foundation, concealer, and then I set with powder, my pores are gone. So I don't know what this is doing, but it's doing something. I'm wearing this today and I love how my skin is looking. Let's jump into lashes, because I never have new lashes and this month I do. So if you have been subscribed to my channel for a while, you already know what I'm going to say, but in case you are new, hello, my name is Caitlin. I do strictly drugstore and affordable makeup, and the only lashes you will see on this channel are the Salon Perfect 614s and the Kiss No. 1 lashes. Y'all know I love me a nice wide wispy lash. But when I went to Walmart to stock up on my Salon Perfects, they were sold out. Which is to be expected. It didn't really shock me, because the 614s is really a go-to for a lot of people. But I had to have lashes for something, and I already had Kiss No. 1s, and I wanted something. So I decided to try something new that I, straight up I will say, I did not think I was going to like. So I picked up the Salon Perfect 615 lashes, which if you compare these to the 614s, they are totally different. They are definitely more put together, whereas the 614s are wispy. But these, I will straight up say, I did not mind at all. They are definitely more dramatic once you have them on and you blend them in. They give off way more dramatic, bold lashes than the 614s do. I'm wearing the 614s today, and these would be like my go-to everyday lashes. But if I was going somewhere special or on a night out with the town or a nice dinner, then I would put on the 615s. I do want to mention something I really love about the Salon Perfect lashes is what a nice thin band they are. I hate lashes that have a thick band because then you really have to break them up and it takes longer to apply them. I have always appreciated Salon Perfect's thin band, like the natural band, because for me, they will just glide on. There's no complications. I just sent through them, put them ends, and they're perfect. I'm going to move on to blush. So something I really enjoyed this month is by NYX. This is the Sweet Cheeks blush palette. So this came in my August Ipsy bag, and I was so excited for this because I was actually looking at this on the NYX website and it was sold out, and then like a week later I got it in my Ipsy bag. Kind of freaky. And I know you can look on the Ipsy app to see what's coming in your bags, but I don't like doing that because I like being surprised with y'all on camera. So these tones are beautiful. So in here you get a couple peach tones, you get some nice pinks, you get some dark mauves, and almost like this goldish color. I don't know what to call this. Some of these colors I will definitely wear. There are a couple I wouldn't, just like the gold in this really dark mauve tone. However, these are perfect for working on clients or working on my friends, like to put makeup on them. So this is definitely something that I could see a lot of people having in their collection, especially if you apply makeup on others. But they are super blendable, super pigmented, and I believe this palette, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this palette retails for $20. I'm gonna look it up. I'm trying to give them a huge price tag. This retails at Target for $9.99, which is even better. I would even buy it at $20 because you have to think 20 for 2, 4, 6, 8 blushes. You can't go wrong. But this is $9.99 at Target. So it's still sold out on the NYX website, but if you want to go pick this up, head to your local Target to see if they have it. There's also some Walmarts who are starting to get NYX. My Walmart just got a whole row of NYX, so check out your Walmarts too. So I have 2 items left when it comes to my hits. So the first one I'm going to pick up, they're both highlighters by the way. The first one I'm going to pick up is by Makeup Revolution. This is the Ultra Pro Glow Highlighting Palette. So I believe I found this at Marshall's when I was on a really big Marshall's kick. I haven't been to Marshall's lately. I need to get back there because they have some really good stuff. So in here you get 8 highlighters, and I just started dipping into these. You know, being on YouTube, I've already mentioned this. You put stuff in your drawers and then you just forget about it. So in this case, I put it in my highlighter drawer and totally forgot about it. It got lost among all the makeup. So I pulled this out today and played with it, and I know technically it's not a monthly favorite then since it is my first time using it, but I'm wearing it today. Enough said. I love this highlighter, and what I found while using it is totally blendable. When I first dipped into it, I was like, oh, it's okay. Second one, I was like, oh, something's there. And then third off, I was like, ooh, hair. This is gorgeous, and I love all the tones in it. I feel like I would be able to wear all of them. Even this dark bronzy one over here, I would make it work. I would even use this as a nice eyeshadow. These pinks, I am not opposed to pink highlights. I love to blend them in with my blush, almost like a blush topper. So this is a really good palette. Like I said, I think I found it at Marshall's, and Marshall's Makeup Revolution palettes are usually between like $3.99 and $5.99. So either way, Makeup Revolution is a really affordable brand. And the last hit we're going to talk about is a highlighter by Maybelline. And this is the oldie but a goodie one I started dipping back into. This is a Masterchrome highlight that was in collaboration with NikkieTutorials. I love Maybelline Masterchromes. They are so blinding. This one I used on my inner corners and on the tip of my nose, and I just love it. Just for fun, I'm going to put a little bit on my cheeks with my favorite brush, my Morphe M501. So all you need to do is just dip into it. Ooh. Can we talk about that? Lord knows I do not need any more highlighter, but I'm going to do it anyway. Masterchrome highlighters are so blendable, so buttery, and so affordable. So this retails for $9.99. I'm actually not sure if it's available anymore. I know it was an exclusive at Ulta. And if I'm correct, it doesn't even have a name. I believe it was like the shade 250 or something. But you will know that it's her collaboration because it's not just the round tub. It has like a paper on it where it will say Masterchrome with NikkieTutorials. So it's exclusively at Ulta. Go over and see if it's still there or if you can order it online. Now we are going to dip into the misses, and the misses are actually a little more interesting because they are, for the most part, products I thought were hits. So a few videos back, I did a video called A Full Face of Makeup I've Only Worn Once. So if you've seen that video, you will understand some of these products, but the first one I'm going to pick up is by Maybelline, I believe. This is the Color Tattoo Metal 24-Hour Eyeshadow in the shade Barely Branded. So the reason that this is a miss is because this was on Pinterest for being a supposed dupe for a MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. And when I first used it, I thought it was good. Then I went back to it in that video, and this made my eyeshadow so choppy. It was really hard to apply, so you had to really make sure you had an even coat. And even when I thought I did, there was parts like on my outer V, if you saw that video, you'll know what I'm talking about, where you can literally see so much choppiness. There was a path, there was a whole spot that didn't take product no matter what I did. So is it an affordable alternative? Yes. Does it get the job done? No. So instead of doing a dupe like this, I would just stick to an affordable eyeshadow base. For example, the NYX eyeshadow base that y'all know I always use. Alright, next I'm going to go to primer. So this is the Revlon Photoready Rose Glow Hydrating and Illuminating Primer. So the packaging is pretty. This came with a little, I call it a Doppler. I'm not even sure if that's what it's called, but I call it a Doppler. So what you do is you get some of the product, and this isn't even really a good Doppler because I have it all the way in there and it only fills it up like a third of the way. So you put some on your hands, you're supposed to put it on your face, and I don't know all what this is supposed to do, but I don't feel like this adds any kind of hydration or luminosity to my face. Frankly, I don't feel like it does anything. It's a beautiful concept, it's beautiful packaging, but it's really just a bottle full of nothing. I'm sorry, Revlon, y'all know I love you for the most part, but not when it comes to this product. Let's talk about concealer. So I have the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Contour Concealer. So this just applies very, very sheer, and it's also super fast drying. I know in that video I was doing also a story time about my brakes on my truck going out, but this wasn't on for that long. It's on as long as I usually put my Milani concealer, and this was super fast drying, therefore there was a lot of creasing and a lot of dried looking patches. It's a really cool concept. I like the wand since it's a contouring concealer. Maybe this would be good for contouring since it's fast drying, maybe some liquid contouring, but this wasn't good for me. Okay, so this product, this is by a brand that I've never actually used on my channel. This is by the brand Saint Moi, and I saw this first at H-E-B. So this is their Muse mascara, and Saint Moi is a whole makeup line that is designed specifically for sensitive skin. So I had bought a bunch of stuff from this brand. I was going to do a whole video on it, and then I looked up the regular prices, and frankly the prices for the quantity of product you got was just outrageous and ridiculous. And including this mascara. So it comes in this little tube, which is small for a standard mascara. Just for example, I'll pull out two. So right here we have the Flower Beauty Warrior Princess Mascara. We have the Maybelline Snapscara. So there is a good almost maybe an inch missing. And even without the lid, you can see where their product ends and where a standard one ends. So not only was the size a turnoff for me, but to pull it out and have this huge wand, like the wand is literally half the size of the tube. And that just leads me to believe that there wasn't much product in here. And in my opinion, there wasn't, because when I tried using it in that video, I had to keep dipping in and I felt like it didn't really do anything to my lashes. So as you know, I always save the worst for last. So our worst product for August is going to be the NYX Bear With Me Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil Brow Setter. So with this, I pretty much had the same problem that I had with that mascara, where I felt like I got no product off, but instead of it being a huge wand, it was teeny tiny wand. This is ridiculous compared to the other brow mascaras and brow gels I use. This is just ridiculous in general. To have a wand this small, and I mean, I kind of get it because it would give you the opportunity to be really precise when setting your brows, or maybe for people who have really thin brows. Maybe this is a product that's good for you for people with thinner brows than me. Obviously, I have more bolder, thicker brows. So maybe this is good for people with those fine brows. But for me, not only was it small, but a lot of product doesn't even come off. After blending it, it was just easier to dot the product and then blend. That's the only way I could guarantee there was product on my brow. So that is it for this month's Hits and Misses, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've tried out any of these products, or if you are going to try out any of these products, and what your thoughts are on them. I really hope y'all go try out that Biore Witch Hazel collection, because it is amazing. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.